So, what trigger warnings would you put on my short story, The General? Human trafficking, underage sex trafficking, child labor, fracking, climate change. Um, it's pretty bad when you write speculative fiction because you don't want to be right. You don't want to be proven right when it's that dark, right? There's been a lot of talk in my feed about how to not fall prey to despair and cynicism. I have had people tell me before, you've had a hard life. And what I tell them is that I had it medium hard. I really believe that. I don't think I've had it hard. I think I'm average in that regard. I had an algebra teacher tell me in seventh grade that he watched my face more than any of the other students because he knew that if I were getting it, everyone was probably getting it. And if I weren't, half the class wasn't getting it. I don't think people are getting it yet after this recent election. I don't think we've hit rock bottom. So I've been thinking about what sustains me day to day. And it always comes down to relationships. The psychological genesis of this story was a nightmare that I had when I was about 11 or 12. I had started staying home from school in the summer while my mom went to work. Um, and I was an only child in that household. I did have stepsisters, and they didn't live with me there. I think it's why a couple of things in my writing, I often write from the perspective of children. And I don't know, I was a pretty small person. So people have sometimes made the mistake of addressing me like I'm a child. And they usually don't do that more than once unless they're really dumb. Another thing that fascinates me that I write about a lot are sibling relationships. Um, that's probably the only child thing. So, in this winter, this season of Advent, this season of dread, I just want to stress that relationships are the only currency that any of us ever really have. And so, love the ones that you love, hold fast to them. The nightmare. Okay, the nightmare. I was in a nightmare that was very, very realistic. I dreamed that there was a SWAT team outside of my house while I was home alone. And I knew the way that you know things in dreams without being told, so you just know the new reality is this, in the dream, what the SWAT team was doing was going around, and they were police, but they were kidnapping children and they were holding them for ransom. And in the dream, I called my mom, who in real life, she was a respiratory therapist. So in the dream, I called her and she was at work and she said, and I said, Mom, I'm scared. These people are outside and they have guns and they're gonna come get me. And she said, I'm at work. What do you want me to do about it? I have a lot of work to do, America. Keep your chin up. Peace and love.